Welcome to this month's newsletter overview, a podcast that brings you stories of transformation and prayer from around the world through the work of Every Home for Christ. Welcome to this month's audio update from Every Home for Christ Australia and New Zealand, your 5-minute window into how the gospel is being shared, hope restored, and communities transformed, all through simple acts of faith, love, and practical care. Welcome to the September 2025 update from Every Home for Christ Australia and New Zealand. In this edition, we're focusing on a theme that touches all of us: education. The Bible has a lot to say about learning. It reminds us that real wisdom begins with reverence for the Lord. And while knowledge is valuable, without God's love, it can lead to pride. That's why, at Every Home for Christ, we're committed not only to providing education, but making sure it's grounded in God's truth. Through child sponsorship and humanitarian programs, especially in Asia and South Asia, we're giving disadvantaged children the chance to go to school, and more importantly, to encounter the good news of Jesus. One of the big events coming up is the Asia Pacific Youth Summit, which we'll be hosting at the New South Wales Parliament Theatrette in Sydney. The theme is Building Faithful Leaders of Tomorrow. Young leaders from Australia, the Pacific, and Asia will come together for fellowship, inspiration, and training. Led by our next-gen ambassadors, Jemima and Leon, the summit will feature voices from politics, media, ministry, and youth leadership. The aim? To equip the next generation to take Christ into every part of society. We've also been active in outreach closer to home. In Coffs Harbour, our team joined with Reverend Imran Magsud and local churches for 3 days of ministry. The Sikh community there has a rich heritage, and we were blessed to share fellowship dinners, church services, and conversations that built bridges of understanding. Testimonies from leaders like Pastor Gurmeet Singh, once a Sikh priest, now a Christian pastor, highlighted the transforming power of the gospel. Our Aboriginal pastor, James Dargin, and youth leader Jemima also shared about humanitarian projects, showing how practical love can open doors to spiritual renewal. The newsletter also takes us to Zambia, where access to clean water remains one of the greatest challenges. In some villages, children, especially girls, wake before dawn to walk long distances for water, often missing school and facing health risks. Thanks to the support of EHC donors, shallow wells are being rehabilitated and deep boreholes are being built. These wells are bringing safety, restoring health, and giving children hope for a better future. It's a reminder of how something as simple as clean water can change lives and communities. Looking ahead, there are several key events on the calendar. The Asia Youth Summit in September, community festivals, the 50th anniversary breakfast in October, the National Prayer Breakfast in Canberra this November, and the Christmas Spectacular at NSW Parliament. All moments to gather, to worship, and to share the gospel. Another important reminder is about legacy giving. Australians receive around $150 billion in inheritances each year, but only 1% goes to charity. By prayerfully including Every Home for Christ in your will, you can help carry the gospel into future generations. These gifts allow us to keep expanding ministry, training leaders, and reaching homes that might otherwise never hear about Jesus. Executive Director Greg Bondar is also available to speak at churches and events across the country. As part of our mission to carry Christ everywhere, Greg and our team would love to visit, share stories, and encourage congregations. This month's newsletter also carries a strong call to prayer. Please pray for our new International President, Tanner Peake, and his wife Bethany as they step into leadership. Pray for Greg and Lynn Bondar as they continue to guide the work here in Australia and New Zealand. Pray for our Board of Directors, for regional leaders in the Asia Pacific, and for revival across our nations. We also ask for prayer for specific regions around the world, from Nigeria to Canada, from the Philippines to Germany, from creative access nations in the Middle East and South Asia, right through to small island states like Samoa. Each of these nations faces unique challenges, but in every case, the need is the same: that people would hear and respond to the good news of Jesus. To help you stay connected, We've launched short audio overviews of each newsletter, just 5 minutes long, perfect for your commute or daily walk. And finally, we're inviting you to be part of the Re-Churching movement, a call to revitalise and reignite the spirit of our local churches. That's the heartbeat of this September update. Education that transforms, youth who lead, communities being reached, and nations being changed. At Every Home for Christ, we remain committed to carrying Christ to every home, everywhere, in every generation. Thanks for listening to this month's episode. To support EHC, you can make a donation at everyhome.org.au/donate.